Good morning. This is Stacy here, and this is Chargers Talk 4630, your home where we have honest takes, fresh analysis, uncomfortable conversations, and all things Chargers football. It is Thursday morning here in Jersey. It is 49 degrees with a high of 60 today. And wherever you are tuning in, I hope that you're healthy, you're safe, you're well, your spirits is up, and you're ready for a good game tonight between the Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, before we get started, I want to take a quick moment to acknowledge someone. A gentleman by the name of Anthony Smith. He's a 28-year Chargers fan from Chicago, Illinois, and he reached out to me a month ago, and I just saw the email last night. I do need to do a better job of checking my emails a lot more on a daily basis, but Anthony is a truck driver out there on the road making deliveries from state to state. And Anthony, I want to tell you now, my apologies, man. I just got your email, and I really appreciate you listening to Chargers Talk 4630. I'm glad you found us on iHeartRadio, and thank you for becoming a new subscriber. I might be a little late getting back to you, but if you're out there listening right now, I just want to say I appreciate you, man. Please be safe on that road out there, and I hope you keep listening. We stream on YouTube, but we can also be found wherever you listen to your podcast. So welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. And now that we got that out the way, let's jump into some Charger football. I'm not all that happy this morning. The Chargers sit right now at 4-3. I've been saying this all season long. The Chargers have several issues, right? But the biggest one, it keeps showing up week after week, and that's the offensive line. We've been talking about it since week one, and it's still the same story. The Chargers are down to their third right tackle, their third left tackle, and we've seen three different players rotating in and out at right guard, right? Mekhi Becton has been in and out with injuries. Bradley Bozeman, look, man, I'm not going to sit here and keep bashing the man. We all know what he is. He's not an adequate center in this league, period. He shouldn't even be on an NFL roster because at some point, he's going to seriously get a quarterback hurt. So the people's comments in my chat most of the season is frustration with this offensive line. And yes, it's been an issue. It's been a topic all year. And unfortunately, it's going to stay that way, Charger fans. And I know, I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear that. Let me explain to you. This offensive line is going to be a problem for the rest of the season. And here's the reason why. Look at this chart. This is the Chargers salary cap as of yesterday. So the reality is we only got slightly above $2 million left to spend. So for those who calling for big trades involving Breece Hall and Alvin Kamara, I'd love to have those guys too. I love anybody that could come in and help until Amari and Hampton gets back. But those moves cost money. And right now, the Chargers just don't have it. So what you're going to be seeing is a few low-budget moves, just like the one they made yesterday, right? Signing running back Travion Williams to the practice squad. That's the kind of signing you'll keep seeing. Depth guys, solid players, but no big names. And look, I believe Joe Ortiz has been on the phone trying to make something happen, maybe find an offensive lineman. But the truth is, if a team's got a good tackle or guard, they're not just going to give that up. And even if they did, they're going to want a lot of draft capital because they know the Chargers are desperate. And what we know about desperation is that it drives the price up. So with limited money, limited options, and basically nothing good outside of Joe Alt on that line, this is what we got. Now, let me talk about this defense, man. The run defense has been flat out atrocious. Way too many explosive plays. Nobody setting the edge. And these light boxes, right? I don't know what's going on with Jesse Minter. You got 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 8. And your big defensive tackles are standing on the sideline. The pass rush can't be found. Last year, Tarheeb Steele was electric, flying all over the place. Cam Hart was out there hitting anything that came in his area code. Cam is not the same coverage guy that Tarheeb is, but he's good enough and he can flat out hit. And honestly, I think one day before his career's up, he'll probably end up being a safety because of the way he plays, because of the mentality he plays with, and the way he brings that wood. Well, he was doing that last year. But man, Jesse Minter, I'm baffled. His play calling, that soft zone defense, and the lack of adjustments, it's mind-blowing. Every offense we face has attacked that zone the exact same way, and we haven't made one adjustment. Nothing. At least Greg Roman, as bad as that first half against the Colts was, he made some adjustments in the second half. He realized that with a depleted offensive line, you can't have Herbert dropping back 5, 7 steps, trying to go deep all the time, right? He finally went to a short game, started getting the ball to Ladd McConkey and Keenan Allen. And then we saw tight end Oronde Gaston just go off. And how about that kid, man? Gaston looked incredible. I think he had about 150 yards and a touchdown, catching everything thrown his way. That's the player I was excited about when they drafted him out of Syracuse. Big body, great hands, strong after the catch. I didn't expect him to break out this early, but he's looking like the real deal and a guy that Herbert's starting to trust. But even with that, Greg Roman has to do better tonight. You can't keep marching up and down the field and settling for field goals in the red zone. Finish drives, man. And on the other side, I'm calling out the defense. Now, I might be getting ready to expose my age a little bit, but I'm sure some of you will remember. There was a cartoon when I was a little kid called Underdog. And Underdog, he was a dog, but he had superpowers. And Underdog liked this woman called, her name was Sweet Polly Purebred. And whenever Sweet Polly Purebred was in any kind of trouble, she always sung a song reaching out to Underdog. And she would sing something like, oh, where has my underdog gone? Oh, where can he be? Now, Underdog is somewhere and he has super hearing. And he can hear Sweet Polly singing to him, reaching out to him, right? So Underdog would say, when Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. So hip, 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 and away I go. And he would take off flying and come and save Sweet Polly Purebred. So I'm saying, defense, Jesse Minter. Oh, where have our defense gone? Oh, where can it be? Come on, defense. Dayan Henley, Derwin James, Taheed Steele, Cam Hart. Where are you guys? What happened to that fire, that speed, that communication we saw last year? What happened to the game tackling, forcing turnovers, flying around like your hair was on fire? What happened? Now it's like nobody knows where to be. Guys are late. Coverages is busted. The zone is getting shredded. What happened? Where are you guys? I can't tell if it's poor communication or if the players just don't understand what they're being asked to do. But it can't be that many blown assignments every single week. Something is off. I can't put my finger on it, but something is off. And Jesse Minter, I don't know if it's stubbornness or pride, but man, you have to switch it up. Show teams something different. Stop running the same looks with two high safeties, like boxes, wide open receivers, jogging through your secondary like it's a recess in school. Come on, man. What's wrong? What's happening here? We were 11-6 last year. We had one of the top defenses in the National Football League. See, here's the thing. I really thought this defense would take a step forward from last year. I mean, the personnel's there. The start of the season gave us hope. We started out 3-0, big lead in division, but we blew it. We blew it, right? The Chiefs have a healthy Worthy. Rashee Rice is back now, catching everything, showing their world-class speed. Travis Kelce is not being double-teamed anymore. So now he's catching everything in the flat and getting yak afterwards. Now the Chiefs are doing what the Chiefs always do. Mahomes looked like Mahomes again. They were reeling early in the season, and we had them on the ropes. And we had an opportunity, a golden opportunity to create some serious space. Now those young receivers have opened up their offenses completely. And while all this was happening, we're letting a golden opportunity slip away. We beat everybody in the division early, then go out there in New Jersey and lay an egg against the Giants. We barely escaped Miami, and it took Herbert to pull off a miracle in the last 30 seconds just to get that win. Like, come on. It's week 8. It's week 8. This has been tough to watch. This has been a tough season to watch Chargers football right now. And tonight's game against Minnesota, after all that said, it's still winnable. Carson Wentz is not a top quarterback. I know they have some weapons. They have Addison and they have Justin Jefferson, and that's going to pose a problem. And that's why this defense needs to be on point tonight. We can't just have guys just running around like they're in their backyard or in a parking lot like we used to do when we were kids playing on a cement ground, just running out of control, no coverage. We can't have that. The question is, can this offensive line protect a little bit tonight? We know that Justin Herbert going to have to do more things off script, right? Because the line just can't put together a drive where they can keep him clean in the pocket. You know why this is so important? Do you know who the defensive coordinator is for the Minnesota Vikings? If you don't, his name is Brian Flores. His style reminds me a lot of Buddy Ryan when the Bears had arguably the best defense in history while on their way to winning Super Bowl 20 in 1986. Because let me tell you, Brian Flores is going to blitz. It ain't no doubt about it. It ain't no secret. Brian Flores eats, sleeps, and shits blitzes. That's what he does. He'll live or die by it. And when he sees a weak offensive line, he's coming for you all night. That's what good coaches do. Attack your weakness. So offensive line, it's on you. Defense, it's on you. Do something to help this team tonight. Do something to get a win tonight. I still have faith in Jim Harbaugh. I do. But you know what would make everything feel a little bit better right now? A win. Just a win. Because if you lose this one tonight, you're sitting at 4-4, would have lost 4 of your last 5 games after starting 3-0. But if you win, you're back to 5-3, right back in first place. You could exhale a little bit, right? But something's got to change. And unfortunately, with this offensive line, it's not about bringing in new guys anymore. You've seen the salary cap. I showed you the chart. We're stuck with what we have. So Harbaugh and this coaching staff, this is where you earn those big checks. It's time to coach these guys up, make adjustments, show some fight, and get this team back on track. Charger fans deserve better than this. We all deserve better than this. Drop your comments and thoughts on tonight's game in the chat. You can also hit me up on X at RetireN26997. Keep your notifications on right here on Chargers Talk 4630 for updates and content. And you can also listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. Chargers, offense, defense, special teams, coaches, get it done against Minnesota tonight and get your ass back in first place. Get it done. It's week 8. Time is starting to run out. You don't need to lose this game tonight. The Chiefs are coming on. Denver's getting better. You would have lost 4 out of your last 5 and should have lost against Miami. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's time to get this thing back going again. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you. And don't forget to check out BoatCap for reactions after the game. Boat up, Chargers fans. It's game day.